The wedding will be starting in just a few minutes. Thank you. Wedding will begin in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Thank you. additional minutes to the wedding. Thank you.
Everybody, welcome to the wedding.
Keep going, Chris.
It's been a long day. Things ain't been going my way. You know I need you. Yeah. All the time. Baby.
Welcome, everyone. You can take a seat, be comfy, and Gidget too. So obviously, all know why we're here. Welcome, everyone, again. I wanted to start out right now and just take a moment of silence with our eyes closed. You know, we all come to weddings and we see young, happy love, and often we forget about the love that we have in our lives, whether it be romantic or otherwise. So during this time, you're going to close your eyes. And you're just going to use your breath and inhale into the heart. And let your heart open big and think of all the love around you in your life. And then exhale and let everything else go. We can do that one more time. We want to be in a space of love when we're watching vows exchange instead of let's just get through it. And then when you open your eyes, looking at Carrie Ann and Charles, you want to just kind of have a remembrance of what love feels like in your heart. So how are you guys doing?
Doing okay.
Doing okay? Yeah, good. So Raul, right here, will be posting or walking around some Post-it notes, and we'll start on this side, and you're going to take the Post-it note and the pen, and you're going to write a wish that you have for Carrie Ann and Charles. And then at the end of the ceremony, you see this beautiful fire pit that you probably don't see in a lot of wedding ceremonies. This ceremony is a little different. And we're going to be burning our wishes for them together because it's a way of bringing it into fruition and manifestation for them. So they didn't know about this. Yeah, I kind of took hold of some things. All right. So while they're doing that, we'll continue. So I want to talk a little bit about today. So Carrie Ann told me, she didn't actually tell me. I found out on Facebook that she was proposed to, but we won't talk about that right now. So she told me that she wanted to get married on Halloween. And I said, oh, okay. Are we going to be wearing costumes? Nope. I said, okay. So then I realized it was a blue moon, which as we can tell is her favorite color. So blue moons are very rare. They happen 2 to 3 times this year, which is a rare occurrence. It won't happen again like that till 2048 on January 31st. And the significance of blue moons is peace, honesty, and uplifting, which I felt was really beautiful for a wedding, especially in 2020, just saying. So also found when I was looking at full moons, shamans do tons of ceremony on full moons, which that's what today is. And it's because we're manifesting things that we want to bring in our life. I also thought was beautiful for a wedding, just in case you two didn't know. So kind of what I wanted to move into was a little bit of sand work. So we had talked about the sand that you see behind Charles and Carrie Ann, and they have chosen crystals on top. So what this symbolizes is him and her coming together in unity and their families becoming one, and they're going to make like this beautiful vase, showing the unity of their families coming together. As they do this in front of us today, it'll go in their home and I'll travel with them wherever they go. So when you guys are ready, just step back by your sand. And the first layer is going to be done by Carrie Ann. So that represents Carrie Ann as a single individual. So the first layer will represent your individual energy in your space. And then Charles, you'll do the next layer representing your individuality in your space. Just one layer. Then you guys will take some time together without making a mess. And you guys will together pour sand. So showing the two families merging and becoming one. One family's gaining a son and another family gaining a daughter, but more importantly, these two becoming family. Yep, you keep pouring. Yep, keep pouring. Thanks. Oh, it's pretty. Sometimes it turns out pretty. That is very pretty. Yay! So there's this little reading. I didn't want to do a lot of readings with you two, but there is this one little reading that I'm just really drawn to. Reminds me of you guys. So, nothing is easier than saying words, and nothing is harder than living them day by day. Trust me, I've been married 20 years. What you promised today must be renewed and redecided tomorrow. At the end of this ceremony, legally, you will be husband and wife, but you will need to decide each day that this stretches out before you and that you want to be married. Real love is something beyond the warmth and the glow that we see here today. The excitement and romance of being deeply in love. It's caring as much about the welfare and happiness of your marriage partner as you do your own. Real love is not total absorption of each other. It is looking outward in the same directions together. Love makes burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes joys more intense because you share them. Love makes you stronger so you can reach out and become involved with life in many ways that you would never dare to risk alone. So why this call to me is I met Carrie Ann, I was thinking about this, 2 years ago. And Carrie Ann was single. And shortly after there, she told me she met somebody at work. And I kind of blew it off. We all meet people at work. Hence myself. Then I realized he was someone special. I got to meet Charles. And Charles quickly became very important to my husband and myself. And I realized this was something serious, even when I learned that they were engaged on Facebook. And they came to me. Charles's dad was sick at that time. And they came to me and asked me to marry them quickly so he could be part of the process. And even though I had said yes, I had asked them to do some personal work so that that way their bond would last longer than the statistics. They both showed up week after week for an entire year and would hear me say things that newly in love people don't believe or want to hear. and they took it in stride and they did their work. And that's why I agreed to be here today. I don't just marry anybody. So I wanted to tell you guys from my heart to yours, it's an honor, a pleasure, and I'm proud. Very proud. So with that being said, we have some beautiful crystals. So Carrie Ann and Charles have come to realize after being together and living together, the realities of love. And not every day is a picnic. So we've decided that they've chosen 2 crystals, and I'll tell you a little about them and what they're going to do with them. So Raul, will you get the amber and the kyanite? So the reason that you would choose a crystal or a flower is when you're going to give her, if you've ever been in love, you'll understand, that there's times that you might not agree and there needs to be a white flag. So what they've chosen these crystals to represent the white flag, and then they chose a place in the house that when something turbulent happens, they'll place the crystal in which they're giving each other today in that area as a sign of peace. Let's take a deep breath. Let's come back to this later. I believe all couples need the white flag. So amber is what Charles is going to be giving Carrie Ann, and it balances emotions, and it's actually called the soul of the tiger. I don't know if you two knew that. And it's courage. Just didn't know if he knew he was giving you the tiger. His choice was not my choice. Just saying. Kyanite, which is the blue stone that Carrie Ann's holding, has a calming effect. It's very encouraging of communication. Just saying. So they're going to give each other these gifts today in front of you as a promise to remember that when there's some turbulence in their relationship, that they'll go to their special place, which is where?
Mantle.
The mantle. That's what we use. And they'll place this there as a sign of, let's take a deep breath. Let's start again tomorrow. Okay. So I wanted to do this in front of you guys as an accountability partner. So if they call you and they say, oh, I'm having a really rough day, I would like to kill Charles. Well, I cannot kill Charles. You'll remind them about their crystal and what they need to do with that. So Raul, you want to place these back for us so that we do not lose them. I've blessed them and already worked with them too as well. So I wanted to take kind of a moment of silence. Sometimes we have weddings where loved ones can't be present for different reasons. And we have a loved one who has passed about a year ago, a little over a year ago, who is being missed today. And Raul is going to give Carrie Ann Ronnie's favorite flowers, which are my favorite flowers too.
Cool.
Yes, it works. And then we're going to be giving Charles a similar sand art that they made with Ronnie together in signifying this day. So they did the similar thing that they did in front of you. And what I wanted to do is I just wanted us to take a minute. If you knew Ronnie, that's great. If you didn't, it's just to give Charles just a moment to feel his dad, remember his dad, and have his dad here with him and Carrie Ann, because we all know he would be very proud of you. And he's here in so many ways. So I just want us to take a minute of silence for Ronnie. If anyone would like to say anything about Ronnie, I'm more than happy to hear that, Charles, including you or Carrie Ann. Okay, just take a minute. I think it's really important to honor those that sometimes can't be with us. It's okay, tears are good. You feel good? It's beautiful, actually. Beautiful. So moving into some vows, we told you tissues. Tissues are the name of the game today. It's one of life's richest surprises when the accidental meeting of two people's paths lead them to proceed together along a common path as husband and wife. It is one of life's finest experiences when a casual relationship, even though I don't know that that was the case, but I'll take it, grows into a permanent bond of love. This meeting and this growth brings us here today. Carrie Ann and Charles have decided to write their own vows, and I have to say I was worried about Charles's, so I had him text them to me first, but he did a really good job. So, what? Mine are upstairs.
Oh, jeez.
Great.
Fine.
It's fine.
I'll do it.
All right, so we'll have Charles start first then, and Charles is going to read his vows that he wrote for Carrie Ann.
Carrie Ann, when I first met you, I could tell you were the kind of person who has the ability to get stuff done, but also had a kind spirit that cared about people. I have always admired your level of empathy for others and the ability to read them. Once we started dating, it was clear that our personalities complemented each other. We completed each other. It did not take long for me to realize that you were the person I want to be with the rest of my life. Marrying you is the way to show the rest of the world how I've already felt. We're united together, hon. Together, we can face anything the world has to throw at us. I am promising to be with you through it all. The good times, the bad times, the trying times, the crazy times, and the silly times. I know sometimes life will get rough. In those times, I'll just have to love you harder until they pass. I look forward to our future together. I look forward to working with you, laughing with you, and most of all, loving you. I love you very much.
Okay. Do it Tree Airy style, or not.
They magically appeared.
They just magically
Thank you,
came.
Magic Fairy.
Thank you, universe.
Charles, it must have been serendipity for us to meet when we did. And as with our first day, we seemed to have front-loaded our time together. Selling a house, living in a crappy apartment, buying a house, losing a parent, moving, and then working together side by side, literally through a pandemic without buckling under the weight of it all. Instead, we seem to come out stronger and closer with each trial. With you, I do not feel the need to be anyone other than myself, and you shower love on me that I believed I would never find, let alone experience. You give me freedom that I wouldn't give myself. You love me when I struggle with loving myself. To you, I promise to love and respect you, to walk beside you and support you in attaining our dreams. I promise to encourage you and inspire you, and to love you through good times and bad. I will forever be there to laugh with you, to lift you up when you are down, and to love you unconditionally through all our adventures in life together. I love you very much.
I'm gonna put them by fire. Okay. So Charles,
Yes.
you're gonna repeat after me. I, Charles,
I, Charles,
take you, Carrie Ann.
take you, Carrie
Yeah,
Ann,
holding hands. As my friend in love,
my friend in love,
beside me and apart from me,
beside me and apart from me,
in laughter and in tears,
in laughter and in tears,
in conflict and tranquility,
in conflict and tranquility,
asking that you be no other than yourself.
asking that you be no other than yourself.
I don't think she knows how to be anything else, but okay. Loving what I know of you,
Loving what I know of you,
trusting what I do not know yet,
trusting what I do not know yet,
in all the ways that life may find us.
in all the ways that life may find us.
Carrie Ann, please repeat after me. I, Carrie Ann.
I try Carrie Ann.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be like Brad and Angela.
Right?
Love it. Take you,
Take you,
Charles, as my friend,
Charles, as my friend,
beside me and apart from me,
beside me and apart from me,
in laughter and in tears,
in laughter and in tears,
in conflict and tranquility,
in conflict and tranquility,
asking that you be no other than yourself,
asking that you be no other than yourself,
loving what I know of you,
loving what I know of you,
trusting what I do not know yet,
trusting what I do not know yet,
in all the ways that life may find us.
in all the ways that life may find us.
So the rings, do you have the rings? Okay. The circle is the symbol of the sun, the earth, and the universe. It is the symbol of peace, Let this ring be a symbol of unity and peace in which you two lives become joined today in one unbroken circle. Wherever you go, return unto one another and to your togetherness. Charles, as you place this ring on Carrie Ann's finger, please repeat after me. Following instructions. That reminds me of a session. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
to wear upon your hand
to wear upon your hand
as a symbol of our unity
as a symbol of our unity
and our steadfast love.
and our steadfast love.
Now you can. You just want a ringer. Got it?
It's a little tight.
Oh, it's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay.
There we go.
Right. Uh-huh. It's all about the bling, people. Carrie Ann, as you place this ring on Charles's finger, please repeat after me. I give you this ring to wear upon your hand
I give you this ring to wear upon your hand
as a symbol of your unity
as a symbol of our unity
and our steadfast love.
and our steadfast love.
See, yes, that's exactly how it's done. You are mature people who have established individual patterns of living. Yet, you have not only found a need for companionship, but the satisfaction of that needs of each other's company. It is this love based upon a responsible understanding that will aid you in creating out of our two spaces that you're creating today of marriage and happiness that you will share together forever. Stand fast in hope and confidence, believing in yourself and believing in each other. And as much as you two have come before your friends and family now and have declared your love and devotion for each other, I want to say just for one moment, and no jokes, if you think about a young couple coming together and facing everything you two have faced, death of a very close relationship, and a pandemic where you two work together and literally share the same space to work out of. A lot of couples run during these times. You two came together stronger and more in love than where you started. You guys have done a wonderful job at showing us how to look at adversity and stay together, stay in love, stay supported, and stay strong. So thank you for that. So before we move forward, we have something else. Thinking of your vows to each other today, I want you guys to think of one word that your vows meant to you when you heard her say them. And I want you to say that word.
Together.
Mm-hmm. So what I would like you to do is when we do fire today, after we do your mesas, I want you to think about that word as you're putting everything into fire. Okay? So guess what I get to do before we go forward? I can now greet everybody here with the husband and wife of Mr. and Mrs. Charles Evans. Congratulations. You may kiss your bride. But we're not done yet. You know me. All right, so we're going to do a mesa ceremony. You guys can be part of it. So we can't have pictures pretty soon. Their mesas are sacred medicine bundles, and that would be up to them. I highly don't recommend it, but it's up to you. Good. So you'll take your full mesa, Carrie Ann, and Charles, you'll take your full mesa. Oh, half full mesa. Just not like that. No, you're going to stand here first. Okay. We're going to do marrying of the mesas first. Yes, fire needs to get started. All right. So these mesas are sacred bundles. They're not religious at all. They're just sacred bundles. These two have worked very hard on creating, I can tell you, because I'm the one in charge of that. So one of the things in a ceremony of two shamans is that you get to marry the mesa. So there's a couple ways to do that. What you want to do is you want your mesas to touch, and you want your hands to touch underneath the mesas, please. Mm-hmm. So when you get married, what happens is your mesas actually get married too. So your mesas are altars of yourselves, you know that. So what you're going to do is you're going to think about what this day means to you right now. Hmm. And I want you to inhale, open up your heart center, and then exhale, let everything go. Let's try that again. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to feel the energy of the two mesas together. See if you can feel them. Feels good. So I want you to think about a vow or a sentence that you want to say to each other to honor your mesa. Just one sentence. So Carrie, I'm going to have you go first so Charles doesn't kill me.
You're going to make me kill you then, huh?
Yeah, you and I are much more aligned. We have our own language, for crying out loud.
Just love, honor, and laughter.
Okay. You can't use hers, FYI.
Together and support each other.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to, you can just bend down and blow that into your mesas. Now I want you to take your mesa and place on her heart, please. Take your mesa, place on his heart, please. Yep, it works when we're not the same height. And now what I want you to do with your mesas at your heart is I want you to think of how deeply you love each other. Close your eyes, let your mesas feel that love. Feel the gentle breeze, hear the birds, and just feel your mesas. Yeah, let smoke come over you. Yes, it's good. Now, make a pledge in your mind's eye. Have you pledged your mesas and yourselves? Inhale, exhale, let it go. Okay. Now, before you move your mesas from heart, I want you to think, my mesa honors you. When you're done, you play your mesas apart. Okay, so we're going to move to fire ceremony. So fire ceremony is the best part. So did everyone get to write down their wishes for Carrie and Charles? Great. So what's going to happen is you two go ahead and get positioned at fire, and I'll come behind you. Raul, where's my writing for them? Is it in here?
You have it.
Behind.
It's behind.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you guys get to go first. Before you just throw things at fire, you know what direction you're at? Facing there? East. Yeah. So you guys want to be at evil?
I want it to be
Think of it.
We'll be in hummingbird.
Yeah. Okay. So
He's trying not to get a bird.
so you guys, you know the homework that you have to put in fire. Okay, so put in all homework but your vow. So while they're doing this, what they're doing, especially on a full moon, a blue moon, is they're putting their manifestations for their wedding and their marriage into the fire. So take a minute and feel that. And then you two will exchange vows and you'll burn each other's vows. When you do that, I want you to think about what today really means. What is today all about? What's it really mean? And take your time. You put vows in together, please. And now the mesas are in fire, so I need olive oil, girl. So before we put this in fire, I just want to sweeten this thing. It's a little ragey.
Yeah.
Happy fire. This will sweeten the fire for them so they can work.
2 Aries.
Yes. 3 Aries standing out of fire. Who knew? Okay. Okay. Masons and fire, please. Charles, you're a man. Mesa and fire, please. Want me to get it? There you go. Come on, carry on. This is good for your voices. Woohoo! It's a good fire. Now, before we let anyone else come up, do you guys want to get any of it into your bodies? You can. Yeah. Mommy, hold your nice. Give Raul your nices. Raul. The other one is. No. Okay. So everyone gets to come up and put their wishes into fire. As you do, you want to blow your wish on your paper and then just put it in fire. Okay, so why don't the first row come on up?
Don't keep burning, please. No falling in.
Definitely not falling.
Good for you because it's so hot. Everything's burning fast.
Yeah.
Janet, you're worried about that.
Oh, they gotta switch the puppy.
Switch the puppy. Puppy cannot come to fire.
No.
So you want to blow your wish into paper first. You can get pictures of fire.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, fire you can get pictures of.
She's like, they got.
Now she has it up. That's all right. And you can get them at fire. Okay, second row, do you want to come up? And it's good to get pictures of the people putting their wishes up. It's nice for them. You like your surprise? So Charles will see it on his face. Spicy that you get.
So through math?
I mean, whatever calls to you. I might want to change that wish.
There you go. All right.
Okay, so there's a couple things. Oh, did you get in? Anybody else? There's a couple things as the fire's dying down, which is timed perfectly that we can do. I know. So it is a hot fire. That's why Charles was like, yay. So you all are welcome to come around with them and a blessing for fire. We don't have to hold hands because of COVID, but it's nice to have your people around you with fire, and you can kind of feel the heat of the fire and just think of your blessings for you, and this is your family. So, you know, this is a really nice thing. Yeah. So you guys are more than welcome to cut on off. Charles, I'm gonna love that. Warm up. Anybody cold? Yeah, so it's really nice to come around fire. And you just think of your blessings. First, you want to think of blessings for Karen and Charles, that they found each other, they have a wonderful marriage, happiness and health. And think of a blessing in your life or your community. And you kind of just inhale and exhale it around fire. As fire goes out, it's a beautiful thing to do, especially underneath a blue moon. The energy of manifestation is very high today and rare. This won't happen again until 2048. So it's a really nice manifesting time. Think of things that you might want to bring in your life. Inhale and exhale them. Feels really good. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for participating. Thank you. Woo! Congratulations. You can kiss the bride again. He's like, okay. So do you want to say anything? Do you want to do your first dance inside now?
Well, then we wanted to actually, because everybody's streaming. So, we want, oh, where do you want me? Okay. Where am I looking?
Give me my phone.
We want to thank everybody who couldn't be with us in person and joining us streaming online. So friends, family, loved ones, thank you. Just thank you. I'm glad you guys could be a part of it. You want to say?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Boots here. We'll get the music going and figure out how we do that.
You need to put something on there. Congratulations, beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me see.
Yeah, I did okay.
Yeah, your hands hot too.
Yeah, my hand's hot, but it didn't burn.
That's why I didn't.
I think whatever you guys use as fire starters made that hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh no.
Okay. We definitely want to clean up a little bit more.
Yeah, I want pictures. Do you want to do your first dance
Yeah.
inside?
Well, we wanted to do photos.
Okay, photos.
Let's get the dance done so people can get their food, and then,
Okay.
then we'll do food.
Okay, so they're gonna do the first dance inside. If you guys want to move
you.
inside, Charles picked a beautiful song for
being here
first
with us,
dance.
too.
I'll close directions.
Thanks for having
Oh, definitely. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm gonna close directions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, love you guys.
Thank you to everybody that watched the wedding today. Have a good evening.